Morning, friends. I'm truly delighted to be here this morning. I'm fortunate to have a very elite panel here who have hands-on experience. They're experts in the field. I've been asked to chair this session, which is on Pulse's trade outlook. Before we actually go into the outlook for Pulse's trade, I thought I'll share with you some of my thoughts. Indian economy, as all of us know, is doing extremely well. In the last 3 or 4 years, our GDP growth rate has been absolutely robust, in excess of 8%. In 2006-07, it's in excess of 9%. Obviously, incomes in the hands of people are going up, and given low level of existing consumption, every increase in income is going to translate to higher demand for food products. The demand for food products, whether it is edible oil, whether it is grains, whether it is pulses, sugar, or tea and coffee, name it, all food products demand is going to go up over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Yet, there is a problem with our domestic production. The rate at which demand is growing, the rapid pace with which demand is growing, the domestic supplies are not able to catch up with the demand. And obviously, there is a gap between demand and supply. And I expect over the next 5 or 10 years, this gap is going to widen. And pulses are going to be no exception. In fact, pulses will probably face a more serious problem than even other crops like wheat and rice. And why am I saying this? I'm saying this from the experience of last 2 years. In the world market, in the last 2 years, we've seen a new phenomenon called biofuels phenomenon. You have bioethanol from corn and sugarcane, and you have biodiesel from vegetable oils. Therefore, there is a competition for acreage amongst various crops. You have in India, in the summer season, competition for acreage between wheat and oilseeds on the one hand, and pulses. Wheat, pulses, and oilseeds. These have to compete for the same acreage. And which one will win will depend on relative prices of each crop. And therefore, there is no guarantee that pulses will win. There is no guarantee that any crop is going to win, actually speaking, primarily because our land availability is very limited and our irrigation facilities are rather limited. Therefore, all that we need to bear in mind is that demand for pulses over the next 5, 10, 15 years is going to rise very, very rapidly because of rise in income and rise in population. On the other hand, our domestic production is most unlikely to catch up with rising demand, and that's going to create bigger and bigger dependence on imports. And remember, we are today the world's largest producer, importer, and consumer of pulses. It's an absolutely sort of unique kind of position. And yet, if you look at per capita consumption of pulses, it's at a very, very low level. It has a big potential to grow. And if that were to grow, our import volumes from the current 2.5 million tons should easily go to 5 million tons. We can actually absorb consumption of 5 million tons imports very easily in this economy. And therefore, the trade must bear in mind that we are under consumers, and there's going to be a big potential for us to consume more. Whether we'll produce more or not, there are several other policy matters which will impact our production. This is the first point I thought I must make. The second point that I want to make is inflation is going to be a serious matter of concern for the policymakers and for the government. Inflation is a serious concern not only in India, across the world. Even in the US, where inflation is typically very low, policymakers are very worried about inflation. And in India, obviously, inflation is going to become a serious matter. Therefore, when pulses prices start rising, or price of any essential commodity starts rising, please remember that commodity will face a policy risk or a political risk. That's something which all of us will have to keep at the back of our mind. And therefore, there is a tremendous amount of responsibility on pulses growers, on pulses traders, and pulses consumers to ensure a certain equilibrium in prices. If prices go beyond what the government thinks is a reasonable level, please remember there will be a policy risk or a political risk for this sector of the trade. And we have seen that happen in the last 1 year. And this threat of policy changes will not vanish anytime soon. I think it's going to continue for quite some time. But I would request the trade to bear this in mind when we do business. With these opening remarks, I think I will now start inviting our very learned speakers to share their thoughts. Let me first invite Mr. Bangar from Swiss Singapore. He's going to speak on new avenues and opportunities in pulses trading. Mr. Bangar.